This is quite bright here. Oh, I can't see. I've looked directly into the light. I cannot see. Okay, that seems okay. Oh, what a mess, eh? Hmm. Let me move something over here. I'm puttering. I think this thing resets after 30 seconds. I'm sticking to my story here. There's 30 seconds. There's people. There goes that reset timer. Okay, I'm going to check my phone. See if I can hear myself. Happy Monday, everyone. We are doing chest all day today. Here, 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 here. Okay. I heard one here. I'm good. Mitch is here with me. I don't know if you figured out how to comment yet on these lives. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. Judy's here. Hey, Judy, how you doing? I'm still hoping that your sister is coming down. We were talking. She was planning in October. We're out for a bit in October, but I think we're going to be able to manage it. Okay, I think I like it. I'm going to move this kettlebell. I know. I have a thing with stuff being in. I know. I know. How's that? That's nice. I'm a bit blurry, but that's okay. So what I'm going to do today is Cheryl and her abs are not here. They're out of town. So I'm going to stick with dumbbells if you guys don't mind, just because we've done chest before. I know that you guys understand the premise of how you have to kind of adjust or manipulate your bands. So again, for those of you that are on the bandwagon, ba-dum-bum, I don't know. It just came out. I'm sorry. Ugh. Okay, I'll try and stop. It's about making sure that the bands are at the right height, length, whatever you want to call them, just so you get enough resistance on them. So I set up my dumbbells. I know. It already looks like chaos. I brought some 30s. Cheryl has 35s. I'm not sure if I'm going to steal them or not today because it is 28 minutes of chest. So it's 7 exercises, all chest. So this is going to be a serious workout today. We're going to start with the big move today, which is chest press. But what we're going to do is we're going to elevate our hips if we're able to. And we're actually going to be doing alternating chest press in that position. So just to give you an idea of kind of what is happening. So we're going to be on the mat for the whole time. So if you guys want to take some time, get your bands over, get your dumbbells set up. I definitely want you to start with a warm up round, especially for the first, second, maybe even for the whole chest press, right? If you guys do want to do a little bit of warm up, Cheryl's not here today, but definitely opening up at the pec, here to here. There's a great stretch called the door opener. So if I had a door frame, imagine I had the capability of drawing that line. One day, kids, but not today. You put your hands into the door frame and then shift your body through. It's a great way, Judes, to open up your chest muscles, your pectorals, and then just kind of some rollbacks. I think it's really about the shoulders sometimes on these muscles too. So if you want to do some of the shoulder kind of mobility exercises. So yeah, we'll be missing Cheryl and her abs today and tomorrow. I know. Still show up. Still show up. I know why you show up. You show up to look at her abs, but there is a workout attached to it too. She'll be back Wednesday. She'll be back Wednesday. I know. I miss her too. I'm going to put this back up and get this set up over here, kind of adjusted where our timer is going to go today. So I've already killed one light bulb this morning. Trish brought us down another light. So I literally walked into one of them today and they're completely exposed bulbs. There's like no shades around them and it hit the ground and it completely shattered. So I know I feel like Frogger trying to get through to the other side of the street right now. So if you see a little bit of darkness come and hear a smash, it's just because I've taken out another light bulb. So I'm trying to be very mindful because it really does help the situation when we do have all those extra lights. So I think that's almost all that I have to say. It's 10:13. So as always, we're going to have a little bit of coffee. I'll try not to make any more dad jokes. It's Monday. Nothing is guaranteed on this one. Nothing is guaranteed. Make sure that the volume is up. Thank you again for joining us. Week 2 already. Then it's week 3, then it's week 4, and then we take a break. I think it might be a 2-week break just because of the timing, because I don't think I'm in town on the Monday. Yeah, but we'll talk about that. Again, we want to hear some title ideas too. What do you think that next series should be? Sticking with the YouTube format, 4 weeks. Everything is going to stay on track, guys. We got this. And Cheryl actually has some ideas of what she would like us to do for those of you that are on the platform. She's thinking we should start like a monthly newsletter before the program launches out. She's getting all creative on me. I don't know. I can't keep up with her. But anyways, I'm going to hit the mat. I'm going to get the timer started. So we're going to start with an elevated alternating chest press. Okay, so that's the movement. Just make sure when you do load your dumbbells that you're pushing up from the center. Palms then face forward. And like last week, you can keep one arm up if you want to keep your arm down and then move from the base. Okay, I set myself up in this angle. It's a little bit better so you can actually see the arm positions versus going on the side angle. So let's get started here. Seconds timer. Volume is completely up. We are sticking with the 45 with a 15-second rest for this week. Week 3, we will be bringing in some different timed series. So again, starting out with some 15s. I'm going to lay down. I'm going to tilt my pelvis up, pushing from the center, palms face forward, and then just doing the chest press. Oh, does it ever feel weird being over here? This is like not my area. So I know it's a little bit of an awkward angle because you're like staring at my knees and at my shins. That's why it's so great having Harold here, because we can give you different angles on this. But I would say that this is the more important angle because you're going to be able to see the hand positions on these. The one thing that you're missing is where the dumbbells are ending. So on this one, we want the dumbbells kind of where our collarbone is. So collarbone to pectoral. You guys know too, if this is too much on your back, put your dumbbells together, drop them down to your center chest and roll down. If you can't do the elevated torso, forget about the elevation and you guys can just stay flat on the mats. Oh, what are we going for? I'm going to grab some 20s, rolling my spine down, right? I'm going to elevate my torso, push from the center, and then alternate. So if you can really push your rear shoulders in towards the floor right now, and when you come up, make sure that there's a soft bend in the elbows. And I'm thinking you guys can probably see that. I can walk my feet a little bit further forward, but I do want to make sure that I'm pushing through my heels. Again, starting to get a little bit of a twitch. We have some really big programs this week. We have a full week of chest. A full week of chest. Oh my Lord. Imagine it's all chest all week. A full day of chest, a full day of core, and then a full day of back. Drop it down to the center and then roll it down. You got her sitting up and through. Core is going to be fun because we're going to go front, sides, and low back. 25 pounds on this. I'm going to grab that, bring them up to my thighs, roll down, watch your back, team. Tuck your tailbone, push up with the dumbbells, and let's start on round 3. Right on. So again, I want you to try and contract your pectoral at the top of the movement. So we're going to bring it up. And again, you can see with these dumbbells, I'm leaving a small space in between. Right on. So I think that I found all of the messages that I didn't get to from our last Facebook platform. So thank you. Kel, I texted you today. I know, can you believe 19 or 20 years ago we met? It's so crazy when you guys like recount like when we first kind of intersected each other's lives, because it doesn't seem like 2 decades ago. Face the dumbbells together, drop them down to the chest, and then sit up and through. Okay, I'm going to grab some 30s on this one. So this is the set 4. Yeah, can you believe like 2 decades ago, I had started Stroller Fitness. Roll it down, tuck it up. Stroller Fitness in Kapuskasing, Ontario. That's my hometown. Unreal, right? And then the kid that I was pushing around, he's at university now, right? He's at Western. Oh my lord. I know. That's why you really got to grab life by the balls, honestly, because like you think it's like infinite, and then you meet somebody that you haven't seen in it was just yesterday. Oh my god, it was 20 years ago. But you know what I'm proud of? Is that you guys are still moving. So 2 decades later, you are still taking time, drop it to center chest, roll it down, and you are still on the grind of health and wellness. And this is what brings me joy. Parallel press to close grip press. So I'm going to grab some 20s on this one. This one, you don't go elevated. You're going to lay down. Okay. Parallel press has your dumbbells up and through. So the elbows are close to the body. So we're going to do the parallel press for 45 seconds. Okay. I find with this parallel press that my shoulders want to come up to my ears and that they want to come forward. Okay. So I want to push those shoulders back and down. We're going to inhale as the dumbbells come down. We're going to exhale as we press up and through. And again, Mitch, I know you're out there, right? You texted me that you're able to make the live. Please try and keep those dumbbells equal distance apart. And that equal distance should look the same at the top as well as when the elbows come to the floor. Now, the second movement, hands come close together. Let me show you how it is. I'll extend my legs. You guys keep your knees bent though. You're going to push your dumbbells straight up to the ceiling and then come on back down. So that's your other exercise. So we're going to do the parallel press and then the close grip press. I'm going to put a soft bend up and through. Okay, so this is oh my God. Yep, this is a great combination. Oh, Lord. So, what I love about this one is with the bands and with the dumbbells, in general, you can keep the same dumbbells because with the parallel press, there's a little bit of pre exhaustion here. And then once we move into that close grip dumbbell press, which we do use for triceps as well, it bites up into that chest and the front shoulder. So that's that anterior delt. So anterior is front, lateral is side, and posterior is the backside chain. You got her. Okay, how was that? I think I'm going to try 25s for the second round, but we will see how this goes. So again, rolling it down. Parallel press, guys, is the first one. So Judy, see how those elbows are right by my waist? We're going to push up and then come back down. Oh gosh, yeah, I'm even feeling it in my triceps. Honestly, week 2, up and through. So we'd like to hear your comments. What do you think about like a little newsletter? That kind of sounds fun. Um, there's been some, okay, I'm going to bend my knees again. There's been some messages again, back and forth about nutritional stuff, about like some of the stuff we've been talking about with the Enneagram, um, just some like positivity stuff. I'm wondering if that would be kind of a cool thing that we could work on up and through. And then we're going to move it into the close grip press. So again, if you are using bands, you're just putting those hands nice and tight together. Same thing from the chest upward. I'm going to meet you back down on the mat. Let's try these with the 25s. So again, your shoulders are to the floor and then you push up and then bring it back down, up and down. So yeah, so that would be kind of like a welcome thing for people on the platform. I think that's kind of fun. I okay. Why does everything lead into a story? When I first started at Carleton University, I wanted to do mass communication. So that's like a journalism based type of a class because I loved writing. Not that I'm a really great writer, like I'm not even strong on like sentence structure or spelling. Like I'm that guy. Like I like to be creative, but then the whole like, you know, the rules, let's call them rules. Okay, that felt good, but I'm not sure about 30s, but we won't know unless we try. So we're going to grab some 30s. So anyways, oh God, that was a long time ago too, even more than 20 years. Roll it down. All right, parallel press. You guys know too, if you want, you can try one arm at a time. So I started off in mass comm, and then I shifted over to do a double in film and in English. up and through. I kind of wasn't sure what I was going to do at that point. Me and my best friend were both in Carlton. We talked about possibly going over to Asia and doing documentaries. Anyways, you know how it is when you're young. We never made it over to Asia. Up and through, we both actually went and got our teaching certificates. We got our masters in education. We both did. All right. So the elbows are falling back and down to the floor. But I did, when I was younger, like to write magazines. I know I did. And I remember, oh my God, guys, seriously, it was called Buttons and Bows. I have not thought about this for so long. It was a magazine, and I would like hand draw the content, roll it down, close script. I'm sure lots of you did. Remember what I told you, right? If you're looking to get back to like who you are after you've lost yourself, inhale and exhale, take a little bit of time and kind of think back to what you used to do when you were a little bit younger, aka like 6, 7, 8, 9. Right on. So again, allowing those dumbbells or the handles of the bands to come right down to your chest, pressing up and through. Don't just think about moving mass. I want you to think about contracting. You can hear me struggling right now with these 30s. They feel good, but I'm really having to bear down. A lot of the time, holding your breath as you press up instead of exhaling will build up a little bit more power. Right on, sitting up and through again. Okay, so we have one more round of that. So we go parallel press, close grip press, and then we're going to move on because we're already at exercise 4. Oh, exercise, 4, which is one of Cheryl's favorites. Okay, dokes, here we go. Parallel press, up and through. Okay, so yeah, buttons and bows. Oh my God. Anyways, I actually like putting together pieces of stuff like that. Like I don't like writing pages and pages and pages. I can't even write like Sarah does. Sarah, who is on this platform, she does amazing articles and she is such a creative writer. She really takes a topic and really gets into it. I love it. Sarah, you're really doing some great work. I'm following you on Facebook when you share those. But I think a newsletter would be fun. It would give us a little bit of a venue to connect with you guys. Bring it down. We're going to go one more. And then for all the questions that come in, whether you're Instagramming or Facebooking or anything, we could kind of like bridge that up in the newsletters. So anyways, I'm just talking out loud as I normally do because Cheryl's not here. So the last one, close grip press it up, and then allow the dumbbells or the band handles to come right to your chest. Again, push your shoulders into the ground and expand that chest and contract it so that you're still going to have a soft bend in the elbows, up and through. You got her. I'm wondering when everybody else is heading back to Florida and stuff like that. What month do you guys take off? Hopefully this is going to be a little bit more convenient now that we're on YouTube, that you can just broadcast right onto the TV, up and through. Guys, I'm starting to fail here. That's okay though. I'm just going to be making some strange sounds in the mic. Right up, right up, right up, right up. Oh God, yes. Okie dokes. Oh my God, I love lifting weights. Okay, so let's put those down. Elevated pullovers. Okay, so this would mean this is the one where the bands would be on your feet. This one might be a little bit tough with a band. Okay, so I'm going to get you guys set up with your dumbbells. So dumbbells, we're pulling that dumbbell over, looking for a contraction. I'm going to go grab the bands real quick, okay, just so you guys understand. We did this one in the last series, but we haven't done it on this one yet. So for this one, what we do is we put the band under a foot or feet, okay, and again, you can elevate your torso, and we're going to pull those bands over and through. Again, this is one, if you had an attachment point behind yourself, it would work much better. I just don't know if you guys have an area to attach behind and then pull up and through. Okay, this is the only, again, some exercises are great with bands. Some, you don't get necessarily all that you can. But if you do have an attachment point, pulling from behind, round 2, elevated pullovers is a way better way to actually get that pull through. Okay, so this again is used as a back and a chest exercise. Okay, I'm putting it in chest today because we have a full day. So elevation, if you can. If you can't, just keep yourself on the ground. I'm holding one dumbbell. You could do one or two. Okay, this dumbbell is a 30-pound dumbbell. So the hex or the heads are a little bit bigger. So I'm not going to be able to get the depth I would with a smaller weight because the the heavier the weights on these, the bigger the heads are. But with this nice big dumbbell, even though I can't get the depth, I'm getting the heaviness. So I'm really having to put effort into managing as it comes down and then coming back up to the center. And I want you to try and contract your chest when you get to the top. So let's try that again. Okay, so we're going to lift our hips. You can see there's a soft bend, and I just completely connected to the wall. There's a soft bend in my elbow. I'm going to dip it, come up, and squeeze it at the top. So again, for those of you using bands, it would be great to, I know, even if you could just kind of find one heavy dumbbell, right? Every once in a while, we use these. Inhale to exhale, but I understand if you are using bands, it's just if you can connect the band from behind. So see how I have a dumbbell rig, like a rack over there? I would loop it through the foot. And then when I pulled up, you get the tension coming from behind your head. Drop your dumbbell down. Perfect. Right on. We got one more round of that. And then we're going to move into one that's a little bit challenging on the wrists, but you do as best you can with the rotations. It's a reverse grip chest press. Before we do that, roll down, up and through. We're going to sink it and then contract at the top of the movement. So again, how you doing? Starting off on a Monday. Okay, everything's on the mat. Well, the last exercise, depending on where you're at, may not be on the mat. Okay. I know some of you are not fans of this exercise, but that's why we show up, right? That's why we work with coaches. That's why we, you know, meet up as groups, because we will do the things and we will do them all together. Up and through, starting to feel this one now, right on the contraction at the top. When you guys are done, drop your dumbbell down to your chest. Okay, so people with the bands, put your band behind your back. Now, instead of having your hands face forward, we're gonna reverse them. Okay, I'm gonna start with some 17.5s. I'm gonna start with, so I'm rolling down, okay? My palms are facing backwards right now. Now, if Cheryl was here, she would not be able to hold her hands necessarily like I am. So right now, my hands almost look like I'm holding one bar. Okay. So the reverse grip chest press is challenging for a lot of people because of rotations from their shoulders, could be their elbows, and also their wrists. So if you need to make it into a little bit more of a V, I want you to do that just to mitigate. Right? Up and through. This is starting to burn my pecs right now. I love all these grip exercises with dumbbells. I really like using dumbbells, team. Palms face in. I'm going to try some 20s. I love dumbbells because it forces you to keep using your grip strength, which keeps your wrists and your forearms nice and strong. So I'm going to grab some 20s. Again, rolling down to center chest and up and through. So I think a big cue on this one is really let your elbows and fall in towards your hips. And big hello to Jax. I was talking to her last night. Inhale to exhale. Super appreciate you guys on this platform. Again, I had a question from another coach asking about YouTube. And I said, well, I'm enjoying it. I think the people at home are enjoying it too. I can't educate anybody on it too much now because we're just doing the lives, right? We just go on live, and then this platform's awesome. It records it and we can put them into series folders, bring it down and through. So she was asking about that versus Facebook versus using some of the other platforms. And I said, I'm really loving YouTube right now. I don't know lots about it, but I'm excited to kind of learn a little bit more and have a little bit more fun with these videos, right? Let's roll it back, up to contract. So like the parallel press, I want you guys to keep your elbows close to your body. So again, push the shoulders, Mitch. in towards the floor, up and through. Inhale to exhale. I think we have Julie on the platform now too. So welcome, Julie. Squeeze that pec. I can really feel my forearms right now working, 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 working. I love it. The muscles burning. We're getting stronger. And we're already halfway through September right now, which is just banana bonkers. Inhale on the way down. Exhale, pushing up and through. Oh my God, things are burning. Bringing the dumbbells to the center. The rotation in here really gets this portion of my forearm. Dude, I'm okay with it, man. It just means that that muscle's working a lot. And when it's burning up with that lactic acid, I know that I'm tearing it down to make it stronger. I want all the things. I want them all. Okay, reverse grip. And again, this is a tough one. I think Sarah might have a little bit of a rotation thing with this one too, right? So if you, again, have to bring your dumbbells into more of a V, absolutely do that. When we have these big one muscle group days, I'm going to put that down so you can see my dumbbells a little bit on that one side. We really get to do a lot of the variation moves, which I love. We still do those big push moves. So again, it's focusing on moving mass. Oh, jeepers. Things are burning up and through. Trying to make sure that your dominant and less dominant side are moving equally and really focusing on the stability. Holy cannoli. Jesus. My forearms. Ah, they're burning. They're burning. Okay, let's do this one more time. 20-pound dumbbells, ready to roll. Roll them down, right? Palms face reverse. Starting to sweat now. We're moving into the pec fly after this. So same thing. We did that one last week with chest. Up and through. I want you to really focus on trying to push those shoulders in towards the mat and contract it at the top. I have got lots of distraction happening now in the grip on this one. I can see that my straight dumbbells are pushing it towards a V. Things are starting to fail. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. We're just going to keep moving here, kids. Okay. We're just going to keep moving. Jose, how are you doing on this workout? Pec fly. I just need to shake out some stuff. I would recommend you shake out some stuff too. Rolling it down. Okay. So again, pushing from the center, pec fly, soft bend in the elbows. Let me put my knees down here. We're going to open her up. And then when we come up, contraction. So we talked about your termination position. If you want to bring it into a V to contract, right? If you want to keep it parallel, up and through here, right on. Both feel pretty good today. Sometimes I need to get into the V because it gives me a little bit better engagement in the pec. But I think just because of the volume that we've hit today on this one muscle group, even this parallel termination right there, inhale, exhale, push those rear shoulders in. Oh man, this 20 is tough today. So we're going to inhale, open, exhale, up and through. You got her. Dropping it parallel. It's not a burn that I'm getting. It's just because the volume that's happening right now, I can really feel like the endurance in the muscle is starting to give way. So mitigate those weights. Round two. Okay, so again, pushing up from center, soft bend in the elbows, open it up, and right. Okay. Oh, yeah, there goes one rep. I was working for that one. I'm okay with that though. I want these muscles to be done, right? Especially with these one muscle groups. I freaking love working one muscle group with you guys. Inhale to exhale. And again, each muscle group gets its own day, if not two, during these 4-week series. The summer, we never really got a chance to do this only because we worked out for 4 days a week. But I think that was more manageable during the summer. Oh, big flex, big flex. Come on. Right here. You got her. Drop her down. So again, the pec fly is the one that you do want to make sure that you feel safe as you open up, just because we don't want to get any strains or sprains or tears in the front shoulder. So roll it down, push it up and through, soft bend, push those shoulder blades into the mat, open it up, and do a big dig in. Right on. So I'm going to inhale as I open, exhale as I come on up and through. Come on, dumbbells. You got her. That's why you really got to keep your head in the game on this too. So even though the muscles don't feel like they're going to give out, there's certain points where there's not as much power in these lifts. And that's when the lifts can get lost, right? So when I'm coaching people and we're in this kind of position, that's when I'm really close into them, just in case their arm, their chest, their back starts to give out, that I'm there to spot them. So I love to spot at the wrists when I'm doing that, sometimes under the elbows. It just kind of depends. Okay, you guys ready to roll? Let's roll it down. Okay, I'm going to ask you for one last one here. Right on. So we're going to push it up. I want you to open it up. And as you come up and through, contract at the top. You got her. So we're going to end off with a few rounds of push-ups. So on the push-ups, what I would like everyone to do is try and go to failure. Okay, so if you need to get up during this round, absolutely, we're going to get you to stand up. We talked about what works best for you. Now, last week was completely different because we started with push-ups as a warm-up. We're using push-ups as a finisher on this round, okay? So inhale, exhale, up and through. You got her. I'm going to pause the timer for 1 sec. So if you folks need to get up, okay, now is your chance. I'm going to put this here. So if you want to go onto the wall, you can go to the wall right now. If you guys are going to stay on the mat, we're going to start in about 7 seconds. So you're going to want to move your dumbbells, if they look like mine, out of the way. And let's get started. Okay. Still in the camera frame. Perfect. So like we said, tuck the tailbone. Again, I'm going to go on to these hand release push-ups. So I don't know about you guys right now, but because of the dumbbell work, I'm feeling this a little bit more in my wrists. So last week we talked about mitigations on how to kind of help your wrists if you're having a tough time with the severe bend. So you can put your dumbbells under your hands if you want, holding them here, and you can push up and through, and that'll keep your wrist plane flat. So you won't have this big bend. Inhale to exhale, up and through. So again, this is the one that I want you to burn out on. So we would put the dumbbells here and here, and then we would do some push-ups on there. I'll do this one for this round. I like doing that. It saves the wrist, yes, but it also gives me more depth when I come down to the floor. So because I'm coming down from here and lifting, I get an even bigger stretch in my pectorals. Inhale to exhale, up and through. You got her. So how is this feeling on week 2? I know it's hard to judge because there's no kind of like marker, right? Because the workouts are always different. If you guys go back after you finish this series, right? So after week 4, and if you went back to week 1, I'd be curious to see how week 1 felt different, because that would kind of be like your week 5 up and through on the program. You got her. I'm panting in the mic. I'm so sorry. 2 more rounds to go. I'm really starting to feel it in shoulders, and we do have legs and shoulders coming up. So we'll see how that feels. I'm going to stay on these dumbbells. I'm liking this. So nice big push-up depth. So again, we really want to tuck the tailbone, keeping the legs extended, and just repping this out. Again, this is not a burn one for me today. It's so interesting, right? To feel the body on each of these exercises. What I feel right now, it's a little bit of a jittery weakness in my pectorals. So meaning that they feel a little bit unstable, but that things aren't necessarily burning. Inhale to exhale. I definitely know shoulders will burn after this one tomorrow, but don't worry, we're pairing it with legs. Inhale to exhale. You got her. So we're going to mitigate the volume. Maybe you're going to just slay shoulders after this. I will not be. I will do this tomorrow and be like, my shoulders are burning. It's just how it rolls with shoulders with me. All right, team, you ready to roll? Last one, up and through. So what I want you to do is rep it out. But when you're repping stuff out, you got to keep it clean, okay? So make sure that your form is here. Okay, make sure that your low back isn't dipping. These are always tough on Cheryl's elbows. So a lot of the times she mitigates on her knees. Inhale to exhale. You're still getting that range of motion. Oh my Lord. I'm really focusing on my left side right now because I can feel my right side, even in this position, up and through, kind of dominating my lift and my lowers. Keep going, right? This is where we got to self-talk and say, I know it's tough, but we just got to keep moving. Oh my Lord. Okay. Give me a sec here. Whew. It's fatigue in here. It's the whole like, oh, I don't trust myself putting pressure on my hands. So let's start with some shoulder rollbacks. Oh, it feels tight right in here. You got her. Can you roll them forward? If you guys can't do shoulder rollbacks, what you can do is just do elbow pulls or give yourself a hug. I'm just kind of stretching out the muscles, right? So we can always work around if you have injuries in your shoulder. Hands up. This is where you could do it's not even moving. I feel like Cheryl right now. Your hands are here. I'm trying to shift my elbows back. There's a little bit of movement. This would be the door opener stretch if you guys were up. Holy, just holding my arms up right now. I can feel my shoulders burning. You got her. Let's shake out the wrists a little bit because I can definitely feel that in the wrists, in the hands. And I'm going to ask you if you can bring your hands behind you. Bring your hands behind your back right there and extend them down if you can. And again, if you can't, just pull those elbows behind. Just drop them down a little bit lower. It's a great stretch to work on if you can. Because again, I know a lot of us are naturally kind of going this way. I want to make sure that those shoulders stay up and tall and keep your head stacked where it should be instead of moving forward here. Right on. Shake it out. Team, I got to let you go. Just when you think it's never going to end because it's chest all day long, it's over, right? So I hope you enjoyed the workout. It's definitely more fun having Cheryl here. Talking to myself just isn't as fun. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. Later, Gators.